Hi guys, Steve up at the property, and I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on with this property up here. I've had this channel for a couple of years. I bought this property, geez, over 3 years ago. Or maybe it is 3 years ago. It's 3 or 4 years ago. I'll put the details down here. But I bought the property. It was just land, and it came with a dilapidated old cabin. And a dilapidated old garage. The garage is in better shape than the cabin. I actually have a lot of my stuff in the cabin. There's plenty of videos on both. But right in here is where I plan on building a house. I actually purchased the modular house, and I wanted it to overlook the pond. Now here we are at the driveway. Here's the telephone pole, and we have 200 feet from here that MedEd, our utility company, said we could trench to the build site, which is in there. Right there where the down tree is, and you see that big root ball there, that's about where the house is going to be. So I measured out when we trench, it's not going to be a straight line diagonally across the driveway. So I measured going perpendicular across the driveway, and basically how I would route the trench to get to the house. Driveway would probably cut in right around here. And right where this red marker flag is 200 feet. So this would be the front corner of the house. And the house would pretty much be right smack dab in the middle of this down tree. And if you look off in the distance, it's overlooking the pond. You see the little island there. And you could see, I'll scoot over here a little bit. That's where the old cabin and the garage is. There's a better look of the pond. There's the utility pole, the last one. Down in there is where the new house will be. And they put that telephone pole there to service this cabin. And the plan was to fix up the old dilapidated cabin and make it a guest house. Well, unfortunately, we've had a lot of delays, problems with the modular home people, where here we are 3 years later and the land hasn't even been cleared yet. So it's been frustrating. I've had to, fight with them a little bit and get them going. And I would say over the last few months, it seems like they finally got their butts in gear. The house is a modular house, so it comes in pieces. They come here and they assemble it here. It's not a mobile home, but I think it comes in like 3 pieces, and they build it right here. It's built and wrapped up and sitting in a warehouse, and it's been done for, I think, almost 2 years. It's just getting the permits and the septic system, everything else. And we've where we stand right now is the town has approved the plans for the septic, where we want to put the house, everything. They had two issues they wanted to address. One was, since we have a pond here, they wanted to make sure that the house wasn't in a wetlands area. You know, there's all kinds of rules and regulations. You have to be certain many feet from any ponds or anything. So it's probably, I don't know, 200 feet away from the pond. So I think it has to be at least 50 feet away. So that's not a problem. But I guess they feel they have to know for sure, and it's the government, and of course they're gonna make me get a report done. So I have a wetlands lady that's gonna come, and she's gonna dig, and she's gonna test. She's gonna do a survey that's gonna cost me $1,200. So I contacted her a couple of months ago, and there's snow on the ground, and the ground's frozen. She says we have to wait for the snow to melt and the ground not to be frozen. So a few weeks ago, the snow was gone, the ground's not frozen. I call her up, I says, let's go. She says, oh, we got a lot of other people on our list. We'll get to you in the coming weeks. So I'm stuck here waiting. And the other problem they had was this old cabin that I have on the property. Now this cabin was vandalized 20 years ago. And I think that's a big reason why the previous owners wanted to sell. He apparently didn't have any insurance because he never did anything about it. When I came to look at the property, he had said, oh, there's an old cabin on there, but you probably have to knock it down. And the insurance company made me board it up. That's all I did to it. I did look inside. It's really bad. You can go into the older videos, and I'll put the links in the description so you can see just how bad it is. My thought was, you know, I'll have the nice new house, but I could try to fix this up and make it a guest house. And I told the town that. And the lady there said she would look into it and see what she could do, maybe get me some kind of exception, something. Well, I haven't heard from her, and the people with the Modular says, well, what do you want to do? Because it's holding us, at this point, that and the lady doing the environmental surveys, it's only two things holding us up. So unfortunately, I told her, just go ahead, get the demolition permit, because you have to get, of course, get a permit to knock down the house. So they're gonna get the permit. They're gonna knock down the house unless they hear from me. And I'm hoping that the lady could, you know, give me an exception. But, you know, to be honest with you, even if she gives me an exception, am I going to be able to fix up that house? That seems like a monumental task. I don't know if I am up to it, or even if I want to. It would be, yeah, it'd be a different story if I lived up here, if I had plans to. I live on Long Island. This was a place for me to come up on the weekends. A week here, a week there, hunting season. You know, come up here, do some fishing, go hiking through the woods. I really love it here, but you know, I'm not going to live here. So maybe it's best that we lose the cabin. So that's where we stand right now. Hopefully in the coming weeks, we can get the cabin problem resolved. We can get the lady with the environmental report for the wetlands done, and we can get the people to come in here and clear out the building site and get my house up here. This is March 28th or 29th, 2025. Yeah. Let me put it this way. I'd like to spend Thanksgiving up here. Is that, you know, 8 months? You know, 7 months? I'd like to think that could be done. All right, guys, thanks for checking in with me this week. Next week, we'll come up with some other project, I'm sure.